Hello guys, my name is Cassidy and welcome to the Cassidy Show. The show no one else would give me, so I chose to give to myself. No, I went to my management like a month ago and I was like, hey guys, I want to give myself a talk show, what do you think? And Tommy, my wonderful manager, was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Less than a month later, here I find myself with my own show in a studio with the most beautiful set and my wonderful videographer and editor, Tyler, behind the camera. If you ever hear this deep and mysterious voice behind there, that is him. Hello, Tyler. So you might be asking yourself, Cassidy, why did you give yourself a show? Well, thank you so much for asking. It's not that I felt that there was a gap in the market. Not by any means. I loved the idea of a podcast. I love podcasts. I just don't listen to them. I don't know why. I just like to go against the grain. When something is really fun and trendy, I am the most stubborn person you will ever meet. If someone says they like something, I'll go out of my way to say I don't like it just so I don't have to agree with them. And that's how I feel about podcasts. They're great and they're resourceful and wonderful platforms, but I just refuse to get on board. Plus, I'm a YouTube bitch at heart. I always have been, always will be. I love binging YouTube. I'm a visual learner. I don't know how much you're going to learn on this show. It'll be great if I do say so myself. I plan on having my friends on the show, talking so much shit with my friends. I might have social media people on the show. I might have medical professionals, health professionals, fucking scientists if I want on this goddamn show. I just want to talk about things that I find interesting and that I hope you guys find interesting. And I'm always open to requests. If there's someone you want to see on this show, if you want fucking Brad Pitt on this show, I will do my best. I can't guarantee it, but if you want to see Brad Pitt on this couch, listen, we'll make it happen. Tyler my people will contact his people and we'll see what happens. So I went to Tommy, my management, and I was like, listen, let's do it. A month later, here we are. So it'll be fun, it'll be interesting. Will it be informative? Sometimes, yeah. I wanna touch on grief and losing loved ones. I lost my dad to cancer a few years ago, so I wanna dive into that. My mum recently battled breast cancer, so I've had to deal with a lot of really sad and depressing shit, and I get asked quite a lot. By the way, if you're wondering why I've given this platform to myself, it's because I was on a reality show. I was on Love Island. That's another thing you'll probably hear a lot about. So I want to deep dive into all these things that I don't feel like I have the opportunity to on Instagram. I want to go a little bit deeper, talk a little bit more shit, and have longer conversations with you guys. Because why? I don't know. There's already so much out there, but I also have something to give, and I feel like it could be interesting. So I want to have my high school friends on the show, talk about high school and 10-year-long friendships, and fucking talk about dating and breakups and heartbreak and what a shit show dating is at this day and age. It's a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't know. It'll be really interesting. Like I said, do you need it? No. But do you need a lot of things? No. It'll be fun though. So come along for the ride. It'll be chaos and laughs and we might cry, but it'll be entertaining and you can listen to me while you're driving to work. You can watch me while you're cleaning your house, or you can fucking sit down and feast your eyes on the beautiful set that my wonderful friend Crystal has put together for me. So welcome to the Madhouse. This is the Cassidy Show, and I am Cassidy. I would love to have my high school friends on the show, my friends, personal friends I've had for like 10 years. I feel like 10 years, at 27, having friends for over 10 years is a flex, and I will flex that. These are my high school friends. I love them dearly. I'd love to have them on the show, talk about high school, what a fucking nightmare high school is. I mean, sure, actually, of me and my two friends, Josh and Sammy, that I'll have on the show, we had very different high school experiences. So that will be a fun episode because I fucking hated high school. I know Sammy will say she loved high school, and Josh, he'll He's on my side of it. He fucking hated high school too. We both couldn't wait to get out of there. But I feel like that would be really interesting because it's always fun to like talk about high school and just what a nightmare that is. What else? I don't know, you guys. You know what? The floor is open. Any topics you guys want me to talk about? I'll do my best. Listen, bear with me, okay? It's only so much knowledge is held up here, okay? So if I can talk on it, I will. All right, so you're probably wondering how I got such a big break. Where'd my platform come from? As I mentioned, I was on Love Island, 2018, many moons ago. Still riding the coattails of myself. Just a small town girl. I'm originally from a country town in Victoria called Tongala. If you know where that is, gold star for you. It's a population of 1,200. It is fucking tiny. But it's where I'm from. So grew up there for 21 years and then moved to Melbourne, moved to the big smoke, did the classic, get the fuck out of the country town, went to the big city and then ended up on a reality show to find love. Did I find love? No, I struck out, obviously. More on that to come. In the coming weeks or months, potentially, we may have a few fun Love Island guests on the show. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That'll be fun. So, yeah, went on Love Island, didn't find love, and then found myself in Sydney. I moved to Sydney 3 years ago. I love Sydney. Sydney is so much fun. The dating scene is interesting. A lot of people ask me to compare dating in Melbourne to Sydney. I'm going to have to say Melbourne's kind of better than Sydney. Is that a controversial topic? Is that a controversial opinion? I don't know. Sydney, I feel like everyone's here to make something happen. Everyone's here to get shit done. I appreciate the drive and I respect the hustle, but for people that don't like that, they don't fucking like it. So like men, it's interesting. They're all either like pretending to be something they're not, or they're just all constantly lying. They're generally like pretty hot. Like the men here are hot as fuck. But I don't know. They're a bit hard to digest. I do prefer the Melbourne men. Dating though, my dating life is interesting. Currently, to sum it up, I'm fucking a guy my friends called Toe Guy once. So if that tells you anything, that's where I'm at. I was in a relationship a couple of years ago. I was in a long distance relationship, which was an absolute head fuck. If you've ever been in a long distance relationship, you know. And when I say long distance, I don't mean like Melbourne to Sydney. Not that that's not long distance. I'm talking Sydney to London long distance. It was fucking awful. So that ended, obviously. So we can chat about long distance relationships if that's something that you'd be interested in, because that could be fun. Dating, that would be a fun topic to talk about. Dating, heartbreaks, how to deal with fucking heartbreaks, because that's a nightmare. My mum flies in next week. So my mum works in the mines. She's a miner. She lives in Perth, but she's flying over. She just had surgery a few weeks ago, a double mastectomy. She's just finished battling cancer. My mum is an absolute trooper. God bless her. Yeah, I love my mum lots. We lost my dad a few years ago to cancer as well. So it's been a bit of a rough trot for the McGill clan. But I come from such a good family. I feel like country families are just a breed of their own. We're so tight knit. So I'd love to like talk about the family dynamic and touch on grief and stuff like that, and cancer and how to process that shit. It's such a hard thing to deal with, grief. And yeah, touch on that. Have my Love Island girls in maybe would be fun. What else, Tyler? What else are we touching on in this show? But everything, he reckons. We might talk about what do we want to talk about? Could I have a scientist on? You know, post pandemic, we want to know what's the next thing happening. We could get a scientist in to really divulge COVID and when is this really going to end? Although, is COVID really a thing anymore? I know that's probably a touchy subject, but is it really? Like, we don't really, I don't feel like I have to, it's COVID, but no one really talks about it anymore. What even is COVID? Have we all just, is that like an emotional block? Is this like trauma that we've all just blocked out? That's what I feel like has happened. I don't even remember the lockdowns. I barely even remember that time in my life now. Is that a coping mechanism? Maybe. Who knows? Alrighty, so each week it'll be a bit of a mixed bag. We might have some guests on or a guest on. Some episodes will be solo episodes. As Forrest Gump says, you never know what you're going to get, okay? Life is like a box of chocolates. So each episode, though, I want to have confessionals or dilemmas. I don't know what we'll name it. Could be like Cass's Confessional Corner or Cass's Confessions. Whatever you guys are smarter than me. You guys come up with all the fun, cool shit. But I want to have confessionals every week where you guys can send in anonymously, okay? Anonymously. We're not here to ruin lives. Any dilemmas you might have, any confessions you have, anything you need to get off your chest, anything you might want baby Cass's opinion on or advice on, listen, send it in, we'll have a crack, and we'll divulge some secrets anonymously. I need to reiterate, it will be anonymous, okay? It's a safe space. We're good. So, this week, I got you guys to send in some dilemmas. And fuck me, do some of you get yourselves into pickles? What the fuck is up, Kyle? Like, what's going on there? Kyle is a fake name. There's going to be a lot of Vine references because I'm old, okay? Before TikTok, there was this thing called Vine, and I'm going to reference them a lot. So, I'm flicking through, and we're just going to read some out. And we're just going to see what you guys have done. So, the first one that I found that I thought was interesting, she says, I have a friend, basically my best friend for the last 10 years, but since I think about a year, I realized how toxic she is to me and how she actually treats me like shit. But I'm not courageous enough to break it off with her because she doesn't have many other friends and I don't want her to be alone. When I try to talk to her about it, she doesn't really see her behavior as wrong and starts punishing me with mean comments and setting me up. Can I just ghost her or slowly fade out? Listen, I don't know whether I need to give some legal disclaimer that if you listen to my advice or take my advice, you cannot come for me if you do it and things go wrong. This is just what I would do in your situation. This friend sounds like an asshole. Like, you've tried to talk to them and they're manipulating you and they're gaslighting you. You've tried to set some boundaries and explain what they're doing is hurtful and you've literally said they're punishing you. If she doesn't have many other friends outside of you, that sounds like her problem. Like, if you've got other comfortable, safe friends that you can go to and lean on, lean into that and don't necessarily ghost her, but distance yourself, stop making effort, stop making plans, let her go, because you never know if she starts to feel like she's losing you or that you are distancing yourself. Maybe that might like snap her into line a bit. But if she keeps getting away with treating you like shit and you keep just coming back, there's no reason for her behavior to change. Whereas if you actually put the pressure on her to change, maybe she will. And if she doesn't, it's her loss. And you know what? There's probably a reason why she has no friends. So it might be harsh, but I would say fuck it off. Okay, this next one. You're going to have to keep up because it took me a couple of reads to really understand who was who, but it's a doozy. So she goes, I slept with my friend's ex-boyfriend. I told her straight away and she seemed pretty okay with it. The next week she hooked up with her ex-boyfriend's best friend, but her ex couldn't be mad because he'd slept with me. Fast forward, I've been in a happy long-term relationship with her ex, and she's in a happy long-term relationship with her ex's, in brackets, my now boyfriend's best friend. So basically the two people they slept with that was like dodgy, they're still in happy relationships with. It made me wonder whether the only reason she was okay with me in the first place was because she had her eye on the ex's best friend. Now we all go on double dates together and hang out. What do you think about this situation? I know it's a little weird. A little weird? What do you fucking mean? That's like, oh. I don't know. I think you may be onto something. I think maybe the reason why she's so okay with you sleeping with her ex was because maybe she really didn't give a fuck about her ex. She wanted the ex's best friend. But I also, knowing like a girl's mind, we're all a little psychotic, and no matter, we can be in love with the ex's best friend, we're still going to be a little pissed about the fact that you slept with my ex. So I think maybe she's just a really big person, or she just really doesn't give a fuck. Maybe she'd really like switched out of that relationship a long time ago. She really doesn't care about her ex, because I cannot understand how she would not care about her friend sleeping with her ex. And the fact that you both, like, I love it. I think this is a really fucking cool story. And if you both end up married, and like the odds of this happening, what on earth? And I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's no malice behind it. I think she's just a really genuine person, and she didn't really give a fuck about her ex anymore. But props to you guys for making it work, because I could never. I would really struggle to be friends with someone that knew how my now boyfriend does it in bed. And I'm not even a jealous person. I'm not. Maybe I am. Does that make me jealous? Maybe that does make me jealous. We'll have to look up the definition of jealousy, because I could not fucking do that. I could not be friends with someone and hang out with someone. And he's seen her naked. Oh my God, I'm going to give you head noise. Listen, it's fine. You're doing well. That's great. Great for you. It's fucking weird though. Right, next. Thoughts on grown-ass men who won't go down on you even though you treat them to 15 minutes of impeccable head every time. Do we all need to say it together? Fuck him off. What do you mean? No. Absolutely no. I'm a selfish lover, I'll admit that. I'm a very, very selfish lover. So it's probably a double standard for me to sit here and say, fuck him off if he doesn't go down on you. But no, we're women, man. Like, men are supposed to love that. If they don't love it, then they need to grow up. Okay. So I slept with my ex-boyfriend's workmate and good friend. But it gets worse. He's married with 2 kids. I hooked up with him at a concert while my ex-boyfriend was with him, both very drunk, then kept in contact, and a few months down the track, meet up to talk about this situation, and I accidentally end up shagging him in his family car. This entire thing happened a year ago, and we haven't met up since, but we often talk. He phones me whenever he's drunk or at home bored. I know what the right thing to do is, but I just don't know how to stop wanting to talk to him. I need advice on how to move on and be the better person. Yes, you need to be the better person. He's married with kids and you had sex with him in his family car? Listen, you know what you need to do. I don't know whether you need me just to tell you to fuck it off. Delete his number, forget his name, block him on everything, block his number, get a new number if you need to. Stop talking to this man. And so I'm assuming you didn't cheat because it's your ex-boyfriend, workmate and good friend. Listen, there's so many lines. The lines are very blurred here. Delete him from your life in every single aspect. I know it's probably fun because he's married, but it's not hot because he's a dad. That's probably offensive, but that's how you need to look at it. He's a dad. He tucks kids in at night. Stop it right now. If he's divorced or if he's separated, fine, go for it. But holy fuck, you could ruin a lot of people's lives here, including your own. Stop that right now. That is a shit show. And I mean that kindly. It comes from a good place. I care about you, even though I've never met you. Stop that. All right, this next one. This guy looks at all of my Instagram stories but doesn't follow me on Instagram. Backstory, I met this guy several months ago. We went on some amazing dates and I really think he could be it. He had something traumatic happened within his family. Everyone's all right now. And told me that it's not a good time for him to be dating because he needed to focus on them and that he needed space. I respected that, of course. I haven't heard directly from him in a couple of months, but he's still looking at all of my Instagram stories. My profile is public and he doesn't follow me, aka he searches my name every day to look at what I post. What's going on here? Why is he looking me up? Why does he still care about me? Does he not know we can see who views our stories? I have no intent on bringing it up. I just find it so strange and need some light shed. Thanks. P.S. His profile is private. I do not follow him. I think you should reach out. My initial... there's obviously a reason. The curiosity is there. And you said that the dates are amazing and he had some traumatic stuff. Like, maybe he is kind of feeling like he said that he needs some space and he needs to focus on his family and that he's had to put it on ice. Maybe he doesn't want to feel like he's, like, pausing you and then restarting you by, like, saying, okay, I need you to wait, and then, okay, I'm ready. Maybe if you reach back out, you never know. Like, you're obviously curious, you're confused. You're not going to stop wondering about this. For as long as he keeps watching your stories and you keep seeing it, you're going to continue being curious. And there will be a part of you that is on hold, always waiting, always wondering. And there will be a part of this that is blocking you from moving on or potentially meeting someone else. If you're interested in this guy, I say message him, reach out and see what happens. Just, you don't have to mention that you see him viewing your stories. I'm 99% sure he knows that you'd be seeing that. It's like when us girls post that Instagram story for literally that one guy to see and reply to. They never fucking reply. It's all the 10 other guys that we don't want to reply. Message him, and it's probably what he's hoping for. He wants you to make the first move because he may be feeling bad that his life events got in the way of you two. Who knows? But your curiosity isn't going to end unless you block him and physically stop him from viewing your stories. You're going to be telling him he's watching your stories. You may as well just reach out. Like, nothing bad happened. You never know what could happen. You could be letting this pass you by because of what reason. I think he's curious for a reason, and if you're the kind of girl that's comfortable to reach out first and make that first move, I think that's really attractive. I think guys love when girls make the first move, but you can always just check in. You can say, hey, how are things? Or if you don't even want to bring up the past, just say, like, hey, how are you? Like, how have you been? Or how's work? Or fucking whatever it is that you know about him. I would just be bringing that up and talking to him about it. What's the worst that could happen? You freak him out and he stops watching your stories, then you move on. Or if he's not interested, you get your closure. I think this is a win-win. Okay, last one. We're gonna end it after this. Actually, I probably don't need to say that. Next one. I'm sort of seeing the guy that my best friend has been in love with for 2.5 years. ? I'm assuming that you know. Actually, I don't know what route you should take on this one. That's rough for the best friend. Would you talk to her about it or talk to them about it? Because I know as the best friend, I'd probably want to know, because that might help them move on, because it's a bit rough. And I would be thinking about, would you rather them find out from you or by accidentally finding out because they walk in on you or finding out from other friends? I think you're playing with fire here, and if she's your best friend, you probably don't want to lose her, especially over a guy. So I don't know, if this is just like a casual hookup, is it really worth losing your best friend over? I'd be coming clean about that real quick. Alrighty guys, that is the end of episode 1 of the Cassidy Show. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a bit of a fucking chaotic shit show. I'm a little bit nervous, alright guys? I've given myself my own show. People are probably expecting the fucking world when they come and watch this. Listen, it's gonna be fun and exciting. As I said, it's fucking unorganized and fun. okay? Don't get off my back, okay? We're going to have some fun with it, and we're going to see what happens. You can expect to see episodes every Thursday night, and who knows what's to come? Who knows what guests we'll have on this couch? Who knows what we'll talk about? But it's going to be great, if I say so myself. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you keep seeing more episodes of The Cassidy Show. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know who you want on the show, and I'll do my best to make your dreams come true whilst I'm also making my fucking dreams come true. No, in all seriousness, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.